Hello, all, and welcome to the Unit 2 discussion board and discussion guide. I just wanted to go over this really quickly um, just to kind of make sure that we are understanding, because this whole idea of the Dark Ages is a little bit weird. So when you go through this discussion guide and this discussion post, first of all, here's the discussion guide for it. Basically, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be watching this crash course, World History, with John Green, and answering these questions about that video. So it's not a super duper long video, and he does do a pretty good job at explaining kind of this misnomer that is the Dark Ages. But I do just want to make sure that we kind of go over it a little bit more, and make sure we're kind of understanding why calling the medieval ages the Dark Ages doesn't really actually work. And a lot of that is because it really is just kind of a misnamed thing, right? Because not only was there actually quite a lot happening during the medieval ages in Europe, but there was even more happening throughout the rest of the world, right? So there's this kind of very European centric idea of this whole time period being the Dark Ages after the Roman Empire fell. But in most other places in the world, in China, in the Middle East, in a lot of African countries, even in the Americas, there's actually quite a lot going on, and quite a lot of advancement and inventions and things like that. It just really wasn't happening in Europe. So that's something that's really, really, really important to keep in mind as we watch through this video, as we complete this discussion guide, is that, we have a pretty European centric viewpoint of history. And so you want to start to really try to think outside of that European part, outside of what was just happening in Europe and how things were not going super great in Europe, but the rest of the world really was doing okay. So keep that in mind as you watch through this video and as you complete the discussion guide and the actual discussion post. And of course, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Have fun, guys.